MS Ian Bishop, Ravi Shastri, Sunil Gavaskar here. Commiserations, just having to set a total. What did you make of it at the halfway mark?
Well, if you just look at the amount of runs we had put on the board, it was very good. But then you have to look at the wickets column also, because it just puts pressure, in the lower middle order, because there are chances that you may not bat 20 overs. So Bravis' inning was really nice because, he was in between taking risk, and, that's the phase where we want to improve slightly. So I felt, the run was up, the run rate was up, but where we lacked was maybe, one or two extra wickets that fell.
One positive thing though, MS, Kamboj, you've stuck with him bowling in power play. It's not an easy job, and he's stood up to the test.
I think he's good, he gets a bit of movement. He's not someone who gets a lot of swing. I think there's a bit of seam movement, and I feel the ball hits you slightly harder than, what the speed gun actually suggests. So he's good. He can also bowl good Yorkers, so we're just easing him into that. But he has taken the responsibility very well, because that's one area, again, where there's a bit of hole for us, who to bowl in the first six, try not to give too many runs in the first 6 overs. So, he has done well. More often than not, he has bowled 3 overs in the power play, which I feel, it's quite tough on, especially if the batsmen are good, they are set, and if it's not moving much.
MS, I want to take you to a wider perspective. Of course, you've talked earlier today with Ravi about building and finding golden nuggets for the future, for next year, for example. But as you look beyond your team and you see someone like Suryavanshi, what sort of things have these guys got to learn? You've got Matre in your team, who's young as well. What's your advice?
I think it's the consistency, that you have to look for. And, but again, the thing is, if you're looking for a 200+ strike rate, then consistency is hard to get. But at the same time, these batters, I feel, irrespective of whether it's circle or after the circle, they can hit the sixes. They play the spinners also very well. So it's just that they need to back themselves and say, okay, I look to play a long innings. And another thing is, don't take that extra pressure. Once you have a good season, a lot of people expect a lot of things from you. So it's the pressure of, the expectation level that is set by others. So what is important is to, be the same way how you have if it's your first season. Don't try anything different. Try to learn from some of the senior players or coaching staff as to how you can get much more consistent, and about reading the game. A lot of times if you're an opener or top order batsman, what is important is to finish the game, and that really helps you develop as a batter. So this would be my advice to all the youngsters who have done well.
MS, as always, thank you very much for your time. Continue building, and we wish you all the best in the final one.
Thanks, Ian.
If I could now ask Sanju Samson, the winning skipper of the Rajasthan Royals, to come forward. Microphone right there for you, Sanju. Come on up. Last one of the season, you get a win chasing. How good does that one feel?
Yeah, it feels good actually. I think, to be very honest, we were thinking about should we set a score and try and defend, because that's what was not happening. And then I felt like, no, I think no hiding in this game. I think let's go out and face it and prove that we can still, chase down a score.
You stuck to your guns. I think the bowlers did a terrific job tonight. How impressed were you with that performance?
Yeah, I think we have a very young bowling lineup, to be very honest. We are missing Jofra, we are missing Sandeep Sharma, but the kind of temperament, the kind of planning, the kind of clarity our young bowlers had today, I think really hats off. And we feel that very confident that I think future looks good in this team. Actually, they are very young, but they are very promising as well.
Just a word on our player of the match, Aakash Madwal, because 3 for 27 tonight, coming off the back of 2 tough games for him.
Yeah.
His mindset and what you were talking to him leading into tonight's game?
Yeah, to be very honest, there has been lots and lots of work going around. I think he didn't play most of the games. I think he played last 4 games. I think he has been working very closely with Shane Bond now in New Zealand. I think he has been working very closely with him. Hours and hours of spot bowling, hours and hours of thinking in the nets. I think that has to come on. I think that has to actually come into success, and very happy. I think the team, including Rahul sir, everyone has seen how hard he has been working, and I think we all are happy for him.
Hasn't been the season you wanted, obviously. How much tougher is this tournament getting year on year? How much harder is it to win?
Yeah, it definitely is. Actually, the game is changing. The way people are coming on, the way people are looking at power play, the batsmen, the quality of bowling, the quality of teams. I don't think there is much difference in the quality of lineup of the teams. The combinations are almost similar, but I think the margin of error in winning and losing is so less that it's very hard to find out why did we have a bad season actually. So I think, to be very honest, we need to sit back after the season. I think after a couple of weeks we need to do a proper review and understand where we went wrong. Definitely we could have done much better. It's not about luck or it's not about small margin. There has been some mistakes which we have done. We need to actually accept it and move on with it, and then come back with a better positive mindset next season.
You've unearthed what looks like to be a special young talent in Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Just a little bit on him finally, and what he's like in and around the group, because we're sort of in awe watching him at times at that age.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't have words for him. I think the way he played that knock, the 100 in Jaipur, I think I think you have seen a lot of games, you have seen a lot of youngsters. It was not proper swinging. I think he can hit you over the leg side, he can wait and hit a slower ball over covers for 6 as well. So that tells you what type of a talent and what type of a temperament he has. And actually today, when the middle overs were going on, the way he smartly picked up his options, I think he didn't swing every ball. I think he was waiting for his left-arm spinners. He didn't go against Ashwin Bhai, and then that shows that he's actually smart as well. Actually, so that's a absolutely stunning combination with that potential, with that talent, and having all that game awareness at this young age. I think there is something special for Indian cricket following through.
Yeah, well, something to look forward to. Thank you for your time this season and for your honesty as well, and all the conversations. Good luck in the off-season, and we'll see you again next year. Thanks so much, Sanju.
Thank you, guys.
Sanju Samson there, the skipper of the Rajasthan Royals, victorious in their final game for this season.